Thank you for staying with us, everyone. In a manner reminiscent of the defections that occurred in Delta and Cross River States earlier in the year, Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State is set to formally defect from the PDP to the All Progressives Congress on Tuesday. The governor is said to move accompanied by all 260 ward councillors, 24 members of the State House of Assembly, National Assembly members, and the entire PDP State Executive Committee. And according to recent reports, several members of the Enugu State Cabinet have defected to the All Progressives Congress ahead of the anticipated defection of the governor on Tuesday. Now, this is PDP moving from controlling all 5 state governments in the zone in 1999 to having 0 governor in 2025. But then what does this mean for the political landscape in Enugu State and the PDP at large? Two guests tonight, Comrade Mustafa Saliu, PhD, is the National Vice Chairman, Northeast APC. Also on the program tonight is Sunday Ude-Okoye, former PDP National Secretary, Enugu State, joins me on the program. Gentlemen, good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Right. So let me start with you, Comrade. I'm aware that you're already in Enugu State and that you're leading a delegation of leaders mandated to receive the governor and his people into the APC. But what makes this the right time for such a high-profile defection?
Yeah, this is, first of all, thank you for having me. And I want to believe there's no time that is right or wrong for you to decide when to associate or disassociate. This is a right guaranteed by our Constitution, freedom of association and disassociation. So, but the timing is apt, given the fact that the political atmosphere is heating up, and the movement is out of the rational calculation done by the governor after considering the interest of his people. Because intrinsically, you know, Enugu has been a PDP state since the inception of democracy. But the governor, after looking at the interest of his people, decided to move. If it were for his own personal interest, it would have been better for him maybe to just follow, flow with the trend and remain in PDP for his parochial and personal interests. But he looked at the interests of his people so much so that they will now be at the national level, play the policy at the national level. This is a federation. He will come to the federal capital and see how he can get the dividend of democracy for his people. So I want to believe this is the right time, and he has considered all the pros and cons before he made this move. And this is intrinsically made because of his interest of the interest of his people. And actually also political coalition, which is driven by policy orientation or ideological orientation, is always the best. If you come to Enugu, you know that Governor Peter Mbah is already a progressive. He just ran under the banner of PDP, but he's a progressive. All his programs and the way he ran his government is purely progressive. So it's just that he ran under that platform and he found out, okay, this is where my ideologies align with that of the president, commander-in-chief. The New Hope agenda aligned with what I'm doing, and it occasioned the move at the right time.
Now you can say this because he's on his way to your party. But what strategic advantage does the APC see in welcoming the governor into its fold at this time? I mean, what does the governor bring to the APC that the party currently lacks in the Southeast?
He brings a lot. The Southeast has been in opposition since 2015 when we took over, and we have been making a frantic effort to see that they join us. It's a very strategic zone, highly enterprising, and it's like the nerve center of this country. And you know, this is the time that we are trying to industrialize. We are trying to move from the our traditional ways to also be compete globally. So we need the cooperation of the Southeast because they are the most industrious region in the country. So what and Enugu serves like the headquarters of the Southeast. So once you have Enugu, automatically all other Southeast states are bound to follow. So this is strategic to us, and it's very important. And he has made this move at the right time, given the fact that he has seen the interests of his people better protected when he works with us, and also our interests and our ideology and principles of governance align. So he moved. And you cannot overemphasize the importance of Enugu in the fold of APC. This is the headquarters of the Southeast. That means the entire Southeast and in the near future it will be, be APC. So it's very strategic.
All right then. Honorable, let me come to you. All is set for the collapse of the PDP in Enugu State. As someone who has invested so much in the PDP, and as someone that the PDP has given a lot of opportunities, how does this make you feel? Honorable, are you there? Honorable Ude-Okoye, can you hear me? All right, comrade, let me continue with you. And I'm wondering how would, the governor's entry affect the balance of power in the Southeast now? And what exactly is APC's long-term plan for the region?
Yeah, you can see that since the advent of this administration of Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you can see that the Southeast in general, that's the region, has benefited immensely from most of the projects, most of the legacy projects. In fact, in road construction, you know that they are benefiting from one of the legacy projects of over 400 billion naira, which the road expressway that runs from Calabar, Ebonyi down to Kogi, where more than 50% of that road span both the single lane and the double lane span within the areas of the Southeast region. Also, the completion of the second Niger bridge, and also the region being highly entrepreneurial in nature. All these are projects that are mainly to support the entrepreneurs and what have you. We found out that the Northeast region is Southeast region is benefiting from this project 80%. So definitely they are already started benefiting. And the most important long-term effects that this kind of movement will have is the proper integration of the Southeast region at the national level. So much that they will be able to compete favorably. And in the near future, we have a president from the Southeast. Because politics is a game. You have to be in the game to play the game. You have to play the game to win the game. So you cannot just stay and be playing regional politics and expect to win nationally. So the leaders of Southeast, I think they have looked at this factor, and that is why they decide to come and join the power block at the center, so much so that in the near future, a presidency of the Southeast from the Southeast will also be imminent.
All right. Honorable Ude-Okoye, I guess you're here now, so let me bring you into this conversation. I mean, all is said for the collapse of the PDP in Enugu State. How sad. But then, as someone who has gone through the ranks, how does this make you feel?
Well, it's a very good, it's a welcome development. It's very fantastic. And why I say so is this is politics. I know that the state has even been clamoring for this movement before now, but the leader of our state, the governor, has been trying to, talk to a lot of us. for us to, continue with our former party. But when we noticed that our former party have lost its, objective, and they have totally derailed. Well, every one of us, we met together and said, no option other than to move to the moving vehicle. APC, we understand it to be a very wonderful party, a good party that can accommodate anybody from any part of this country. They have never opened up their mouth to say that Southeast, is not needed, or they can go if they so want. So it's a very good development. We appreciate it.
But how difficult was this decision for you personally and politically? And I'm asking because, you were once a national youth leader of the PDP and a long-time loyalist. Yes, you talked about the party drifting from the ideals of its founding fathers. We hear this all the time. I mean, it now sounds like a parting statement for politicians. But really, what changed for you to take this step at this particular moment with the governor?
Yeah, well, before now, I can tell you that PDP was doing well. But if you stay in a vehicle that is moving very well, that has no hiccup, no fault, and the vehicle develops fault, while trying to repair it, the driver and all those who control the vehicle, were not ready to allow even the mechanic to fix the vehicle. Every day, one problem or the other. The best for you is to look for another vehicle. So, and as a state, we found APC as the best vehicle for us to keep, navigating our political agenda. So that is it. Yeah, I was the national youth leader. I was the national secretary. Within that period, we were trying to rearrange and make sure that the party stays on the right, path. But even you as a Nigerian, my sister, you can see the situation of the party. Right now, where the national secretary of the party taking the party to court, there is an existing court order, stopping this and stopping that. So who stays in such political party? So we have made up our mind, and by tomorrow, every one of us in the state, everybody from A to Z, we are moving to APC. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, let's take a break at this moment, and when we return, we'll expand this conversation. Please stay with us, everyone. Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah is set to join the All Progressives Congress. What does this mean for the political landscape in Enugu and the PDP at large? Joining me for this conversation tonight is Comrade Mustafa Saliu, PhD, National Vice Chairman, Northeast APC. Also on the program tonight is Sunday Ude-Okoye, former PDP National Secretary. Thank you so much for staying on the program with us, gentlemen. Comrade, let me continue this conversation with you. I'm just wondering, how does the APC respond to critics who claim the party is becoming a refuge for politicians with pending issues or inconsistent ideology? Are there concerns within the APC about the influx of high-profile politicians from other parties, including potential tension with existing members?
I don't think there's any credibility in this concern. First of all, as I said earlier, it's ideologies that brings people together. Once what brought you together is a power-seeking intention, it will not all go well, because everybody cannot be in power. There could only be one captain in the state. We already have the president, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, in person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whom the party has publicly endorsed to be its sole candidate. Yet people are still coming. So that shows that people are not coming for power, rather they are coming for the principles. So once the coalition or coming together is as a result of policy and principle, the likelihood of all this fracas is not there. And also, I don't see why people will be blaming our party for their inner fear that there will be problem between the existing members and the new members, because the constitution of the party is clear. Once you join the APC today, you have rights and privileges like the person that is the founding member of the party. And it's because we are progressive, it is not by accident, it's by design that we ensure that this is enshrined in our constitution. To ensure that as progressive, we welcome new ideas and new people. We are not a reactionary and conservative party that react to changes and whatever. We are so dynamic, and we accommodate whatever tendency you come with. This is a progressive party.
Right. And, I have a follow-up to that, but let me direct it to Mr. Ude-Okoye, because some have also said the governor is leaving because since Chijioke Edoga returned to the PDP, it has been hard to unify and move forward with Edoga and Mbah in the same camp. I mean, given the tension and accusations that flew during the election. Now, is it true that Edoga's return altered the existing power balance or somehow threatened the existing political structures within the party? Mr. Ude-Okoye.
I think the person that gave you such information, the person is just an enemy of the state. The governor and the Edoga, they are moving together. They don't have any fracas. Entrance of Edoga into our former party does not in any way have any negative effect or pose any threat to the governor and members of our former party when we were there. Anybody who is bringing such, making such a statement or trans anywhere, I think the person just chose to be mischievous. We remain one people as Enugu people. We are not divided. Edoga is with the governor is with the Edoga. All of us are together. And by tomorrow, you will see it yourself that there is a wonderful unison existing between the governor and the people of Enugu State. Enugu State people will speak tomorrow, and it will be very clear to the nation.
Thank you for that clarification. Dr. Ben Uwoye was here 2 weeks ago. I mean, he was very proud to tell me that the governor was moving. I mean, for someone like me, it was not surprising because his body language had always indicated that he's a big fan of Mr. President, just like Comrade had said tonight. I mean, some even say there are cases of APC influenced federal appointment from Enugu State. But, it's a bit interesting, one, because former governors, Chimaroke Namani, Sullivan Chime, and Ifeanyi Ugwuayi, they remained in the PDP. Second, for the past 10 years since APC took over power, Enugu State remained in opposition. So for those who say there is more than meets the eye, what I mean is there were reports of sabotage, lack of party support in key political decisions as reasons for the governor's defection. Can you confirm that, Mr. Ude-Okoye?
Well, let me start by, I don't think, let me tell you that if the governor has, wonderful relationship with Mr. President, that is a clear proof that Mr. President is doing well, because our governor does not associate with a failure. And if you check what is going on in Enugu State and what Mr. President is doing within the Southeast, is even encouraging for anybody, any governor, not even the governor of Enugu State, to think of moving into the same political party with Mr. President. Then this other issue you raised, I tell you that is not the reason why we are moving. We are moving to APC because APC ideology and the way the party is being managed, the way they are also managing the nation, is very okay for us. We appreciate it. If you watch before now, dollars were going up on daily basis. But most recently, you can see that the dollars keep going down. Even prices of goods and services keep also returning, balancing, which, shows that what Mr. President promised Nigerians, that he's keeping to it. Because I remember it on a broadcast he made where he said, "Oh, that Nigerians should give him little time. That they will see that those things, those hard times, will begin to, get fizzled away, and gradually is returning." So that is what is even prompting us. What is prompting us to move to that party is not all about appointment, blah, 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 as people might allege. What is making us to move is because we have found a political party that is keeping to the ideology of the party, not a party that we boldly say a zone can go to hell. You understand? So this party have not said, that especially this president, under the control of this president, this party have never said that a zone like Southeast should go to hell. So if someone sees you and appreciates you and believes that you are part of the nation, you should also prove to that person that, yeah, you really cherish that. So that is it. So any other thing other than what I've just mentioned to you, just a clear lie, clear,
All right,
blackmail.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Talking about ideology, how is the party planning to manage power dynamics and ensure internal cohesion? I mean, I asked that question because I know you must have heard conversations suggesting that the APC is becoming a catch-all platform for politicians seeking political shelter. But from your own end, what assurances can you give that the APC remains a party of structure and ideology and not just a platform for political convenience?
Yes, first of all, there's no problem with the power dynamics, given the fact we have one captain. This is the only party that have an established leadership, one source of power in the person of Mr. President, His Excellency President Bola Tinubu. He's a party leader, he's the head, and we get directives, and every conversation ends in a stable and on a stable, sorry. And also, you can see that today we are the only party at the national level that have no litigations. We have no issue with leadership. We have an established leadership, and the people coming, as I said earlier, they have found succor and also have belief in what the president is doing. So all of them are in agreement with what he's doing and with his leadership. So as such, when they come, they are coming with a clear vision and clear intention to follow. And he's leading us well. So there's no problem with the power dynamics. And also with advancing our ideologies. Our ideologies are basically that of reform. And these reforms, as I always say, is not easy. You cannot just flip a switch. There's no any switch that you flip and everything will change. When the opposition are talking, they will be talking as if Nigeria is amalgamated on the 29th May 2023. They forgot that those are problems that started maybe right from 1914. And most of the problems created by those people complaining today, which Aswaju is here to trying to fix. So it surprised me when I see somebody from the coalition or from the PDP that was in power talking about dwindling the economy, insecurity, and what have you, that we are trying to fight to fix. These are problems caused by them.
All right.
So our ideology today is to return Nigeria to its former glory and ensure that every inch of this country is secured, ensure that we have a viable economy which is not being wind addressed, You understand? And also standard healthcare, infrastructure, alternative power,
All
environmental.
right then, comrade.
What
So
have you? So
if
these are ideologies, and this is ideology that will resonate with every good Nigerian. That's why you see the influx.
all right. So if the government moves tomorrow, APC will be governing 3 states. APGA 1, Labour Party 1. Please speak to me. What kind of conversation is going on underneath with Governor Alex Otti of Abia State?
Well, these are not conversations that I will discuss on national television, but I am assuring you that that the APC is doing everything within its power to see that whoever we think is a progressive come to our fold. So Abia State is there, other states are there. These are things that are not discussed on the pages of newspaper or the screens of tele. These are things that are done administratively with using stakeholders' consensus. And if, for example, we are able to succeed in any of this, just the way that of Enugu come to light, it will also come to light. But I'm assuring you, just the way Mr. Okoye said, we are not saying, we are not looking down on any zone or any state. We are not saying that, okay, so state or so zone should go to hell. We are trying to see that we bring everybody on board, so much so that we will have a very smooth running of this democracy, and every inch of this country will feel the impact of the Renew Hope agenda. That's our motive.
All right. Mr. Ude-Okoye, let me come back to you. And I'm sure you know this is a defining political moment and a clear indication that the Southeast zone has finally been the practically had your gloves tightened against Samuel Ayang. So did the party leadership in Enugu or at the national level engage the governor or yourself over these developments?
Well, let me be very frank to you and to Nigerian people. The party leadership, I mean the leadership of our former political party, did not engage the people of Enugu State or the governor of Enugu State. Any, show of regard to the entire zone, they did what they did. Up to today, even as they are hearing that, that we're moving to another political party, there is no group that came here to say, please, can we discuss about this? Meaning we are not important. Well, I want to be very frank to few members of PDP who are wonderful. Before now, when the issue of this national secretaryship, when we were trying to save the party and some people misunderstood it. There is a leader I will never forget to mention that he did all his best to see if he can, talk to the East. He came down here, that's the governor of Oyo State, Sheyi Makinde, came down here, he spoke to some of our leaders, but when he returned back, some others felt otherwise, and there's no way one person can change the hand of the clock when multitude of, those who have made up their mind to humiliate the zone have taken decision. So I am making it very clear to you and to every Nigerian that recently, no group, if the party has come to see Enugu State or see Southeast Zone, certainly it will be there in the media space. So nothing like that. And we are no longer even interested in, asking anybody to come and speak to us. We have taken our decision. You understand?
I do.
We want to join the progressive because we are one. If you come to Enugu State and see what the governor is doing in Enugu, within Enugu State, you will really understand and believe that we're progressive. So we don't need to go and follow, any other group that might have chosen their own path.
And all of this just reminded me of how late Dr. Ude-Okoye described the PDP. He says the PDP pays good deeds with bad coins. And also, some chieftains of the party have also criticized the PDP's utter disregard for equity and justice, especially in 2023, when the party breached the Fourth Republic's long-standing National Zoning Convention because of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I mean, people have also fought your battle for you, Mr. Ude-Okoye, what they call the deliberate marginalization of the Southeast during that controversy over the National Secretary position. Is it right to say you left? Governor Peter Mbah is also leaving because PDP's betrayal, neglect, and abuse of the Southeast. And in general, who should take responsibility for this breakdown in the relationship between the governor and the PDP? Who should take responsibility?
Well, the points you raise are germane because really PDP disappointed Southeast and also humiliated Southeast and also, told us to go to hell, that they don't care. Because you could remember the time all our leaders assembled in Enugu and made a statement that, please, take our nominee. If not, we will sit down and review our relationship with the party. And some members of the party, not all, some members of the party sat down and, said boldly that they don't care. So if you ask me again, who should take responsibility for this humiliation of the Southeast, I will say is the national chairman.
Okay.
Omar Damagum. I'll say he should. He is the one that should take responsibility. Another demon of PDP, I call him demon of PDP, is the National Organizing Secretary. He is the one causing all the trouble you see in PDP. We might be mentioning other names, but I tell you that Omar Bature is the brave Confucianist in PDP, setting fire here and there. But certainly time will judge every one of us. Again, I will tell you that we are disappointed the way the chairman of PDP Governors Forum handled the issue concerning Southeast. We are disappointed. In fact, he made me to, I take him as a man of high honor, but he reduced my belief in him with some of his, conduct within that period. So, but we don't have anything. We are not losing anything. We are moving to the progressive. We are progressive. Our governor is progressive.
All right.
They are the one that have something to lose.
All right, then.
We are not losing anything.
All right.
We are comfortable with the progressive.
Comrade, let me come back to you. How do you think this defection would be perceived by the Nigerian public? Especially in the period where many are calling for reforms and less politicization of governance.
Well, until the Constitution is being amended, every Nigerian is as guaranteed in the Constitution has freedom of association and disassociation. And any party or statute, any party constitution or any statute that is not in tandem with the provision of the Constitution, to the extent of that disparity, is null and void. So for now, every Nigerian has the right to move to any party that he thinks that's where his ideology lies. And I also want to put this as a rider to what Mr. Okoye just explained. If you come to Enugu, you know that this governor is progressive. And there are a lot of things that I came here to learn. Do you know that every local government in Enugu have a farm estate of over 200 hectares? Every local government. He started just 2 years ago. So in the next 3-4 years, every local government will be able to feed itself. Local government, not the state, local government, every local government. And there are commercial what do you call it, centers, belts, big markets. That's given the fact that this is an industrial hub, industrial sites, commercial sites. In fact, if you see the master plan of what each local government has, you will know that maybe this will be a model state in the next 3-4 years in the whole country. So this is somebody that shares the same idea, the same ideology with the president. Just the way he transformed Lagos, this is how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu transformed Lagos. This is how Mbah is transforming Enugu today. So these are people based off the same feather. They always flow together. So there's no, it's not by accident or by mistake that the president take a liking into onto the Enugu state governor, and also the Enugu state governor also fancy what the president is doing. And as for people that are thinking of Nigeria will turn into one-party system, I want to believe the PDP will remember when they have 31 states. And even in most of the developed democracies, you see that it's they have mostly bipartisan. In the UK, they have the Conservative and the Labour. In the US, Democrats and Republican. Even that is not like a full-blown free democracy that we are thinking of. So if an opposition is not doing well and people are moving to go to where they think they will find a future for their people, I did not see anything wrong about it. So people's worry about the possibility of lack of democratic values in the country,
and also because and also because there are people saying it's risky bringing in Governor Mbah, especially under controversial terms. They say this might cause resentment among long-standing party members. I'm sure you've heard some saying the former Minister of Science and Technology was asked to resign because Governor Peter Mbah was coming into the party.
Party members in which state? From another state or from Enugu? Have you come to Enugu? Do you know the governor is in charge? The entire party structure and everybody that loves Enugu is going with him, including people from ABGA and Labour Party. Have you come to Enugu?
Including all the non-indigenous from that are living in Enugu.
So he's in charge. Everybody that loves Enugu State will move to with Mbah wherever he goes. He's in charge. Okay. And also people thinking Nigerians knows that you have to be with the federal government so this is a federation. People fight for resources. You have to be with the federal government to fight for your people to ensure that what is due to your people comes to your people. Even though this government try to be fair, but some privileges you enjoy as a governor from.
All right, then. But because of time, let me come to Mr. Ude-Okoye. Earlier you said the national chairman and the national organizing secretary should both take responsibility for the governor's defection. So, I mean, how then would you describe the relationship between the PDP and the Southeast since 1999? You were a legislator in the Enugu State House of Assembly for about 6 years. Then national youth leader. Would you say the Southeast has received fair treatment compared to its loyalty to the PDP over the years?
Well, I can say from 1999 to 2019, PDP was fair to Southeast. But in 2019, when it is very clear to all Nigerians that the presidential ticket of PDP supposed to be zoned to southern Nigeria and also be zoned to Southeast, it was thwarted. No reason for that up to today. Again, in 2023, it was so clear to everybody in Nigeria that Southeast, having been part of those that propounded the party, PDP, because the PDP started from Alex Ekwueme and Malam Adamu Chiroma, his very good friend. You understand? And by 2023, that everybody was thinking that the party should zone that presidential ticket to Southeast. Some people came up and thwarted it and felt okay that they can continue humiliating Southeast. But whoever God does not humiliate, man cannot. So we still believe in God. We are Nigerians and we'll keep moving forward. We appreciate APC for accepting us and for coming to welcome us into this wonderful party. And
that
we'll
sounds
contribute
good.
our quota. And by 2027, we are sure our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he will win landslide in Enugu State.
All right, then.
Thank you very much.
Right.
In the entire
Thank you so much. Thank you. And also, to reposition the APC in Enugu State, report says the party has dissolved all its local government and ward executive committees with immediate effect. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Trust the TVC News to bring you all these developments as they unfold. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Comrade Mustafa Saliu, PhD, National Vice Chairman, Northeast APC. Sunday Ude-Okoye, former PDP National Secretary. Thank you so much for speaking with us on politics tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
And you too. And thank you very much for watching, everyone.